Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to I was about to say mixed bag of wrestling. Why not? This is a mixed bag of wrestling, and this is about Total Divas. I know not many people care about it. Only reason I'm doing this is a one-off because of my feelings about what, sorry for the noise, for what reality TV gives that is good and gives that is bad, counting on what you're trying to show reality of. In this situation right now, where we see so much like Big Brother, we see so much like so many different shows that do reality, letting people see, even though it is in a contest form, or really seeing what behind the scenes of what real people are like. The problem here for wrestling that I see personally is that the mystique of wrestling is not just about the high-flying spots and the storylines. It's not knowing everything that goes on in the business. Yes, there's certain times you want to know what's in the background of a person. If they're going to do a documentary on a person, that's cool and everything. But when it comes to doing actual life, there's a very slippery slope that you go to. Look, if you did see Total Divas, and I finally got a chance to see it, it was right after my birthday. Yes, I just had my birthday on Saturday. I'm now 42 years old. Yes, I am, ladies and gentlemen. I'm an old man. The thing that gets me right now is that I wanted to see what Naomi truly was like. I had this feeling when I first started seeing how she was acting. And we all know that most of what they do on screen is mostly a work. But you can see their true personality at certain instances. I saw when the Funkadactyls were coming out, how Naomi was getting angry that Brodus Clay was constantly beginning to lose because they were losing interest in him and taking him off Raw. I could see how angry she was. But I could see that she has a wonderfully kind personality. Now, for me personally, knowing how she truly acts a much more after watching this, it does make me feel a bit more better. And knowing that she's with an Uso now, and I've been talking about the Usos on and off for the last couple of months, doesn't fill me with total joy, but it's not bad. I know that the guys there, they're not bad guys. But I must say this. If I find out that, I think it's Jey Uso, forgive me if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I'm not totally paying full attention to that show because it was a little too much for me personally. But as long as he treats her like he's supposed to treat her, like a queen, I don't got a problem. The minute he starts treating her like a dick, that is when I want to shoot this guy and shoot him badly in his kneecaps. Because I felt that Trinity, who is Naomi, is a very good person. And you could see from this show how she truly is. I'm not going to get much into all the other people. I will briefly talk about them. But I'm just going to say this. When it comes to reality TV, you can't show so much of it on wrestling. You can't. When it came to Paul Heyman showing ECW in the back, I believe he did it in a way that wasn't too revealing. I mean, they showed it to a certain point, but not as much as needed to be shown. WWE has gone over the top with it, and now it's been so commonplace now that it's saturated. And as much as I want to see more about Trinity McCoy and wish that, I wish there was an actual Trinity McCoy not look-alike, but another one like her that isn't into wrestling, that I could actually meet and be with or something like that. But the point is that when you see something like this about wrestlers and their own feelings of their thoughts, their feelings, their fears, their happiness, their sadness, seeing the Funkadactyls and the Bellas not get their WrestleMania moment when they got pulled off because of what happened with Undertaker and CM Punk, because it did overrun. It's not something we should be seeing. I mean, you could see it in a documentary. And in a sense, Total Divas is, in a sense, a documentary. But it's too intimate. Going too far. Hearing Nikki being afraid that John Cena will not marry her because of what happened to his previous marriage. This is a little too much. When you reveal too much on your life, that is how most of your life can go down in flames. It's hard enough for these wrestlers, and I said this a while ago when I did my videos. My first two videos that I did on this channel were about Chris Benoit. I did the first video on the wrestler and the second video on the man. And one thing I said was that he loved the business, but he went too deep into it. He got too badly injured. And with the schedule, not talking about the injuries to his head, that's always been debated. Many people say yes, many people say no. I'm not going to say either. But when you're too much in the business, when you love it so damn much, and when you see on Trinity McCoy's face, when she says, I got a few more years before I turn 30, I want to have kids, but I can't be chasing for the rest of my life a WrestleMania moment. This is where they should not be showing this. This is too intimate. This is where these wrestlers can lose their lives this way. Not saying that they'll kill one another or they'll kill themselves, but then when they try to live normal lives, it gets very complicated. And now with the women doing this, not saying the men haven't done some videos or something like that, when the women do this, it becomes more difficult for them because John Cena now can see exactly what Nikki was talking about, being that afraid, even though she talked about it later afterwards. If he wants to know if there's anything extra that he doesn't know about, he just has to flip it on and hear talk a damn a bit about it. And Ariane's, and that is Cameron, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing her name wrong, her own boyfriend is going to be able to hear the things that she's going to say that she's not happy about and what she is happy about. This is where relationships can crash. It's bad enough for men, but for women it's an entirely different situation. When women are in this situation and you see Natalia and you saw her dad, the problem here is this. You can see that she has a lot to live up to. It's hard enough for a third generation regular male to live up to the expectations of his father. But a female's even harder. And this is not going to be easy for Natalia, especially showing a tease of a Tyson kid who's not giving her everything she wants. Who wants to reveal so much on TV? Either you love the drama or you're required to do it by your job. And for them to do this, either they signed off on it or the job said you have to do this or leave the company. I don't know which one it is. But to be honest, I wish they hadn't done it because I'm actually feeling sorry for these women. They've gone too far with this. And I bet you for the next bits they're going to show, it's going to become very intimate. This is where you're going to see where reality television does not fully interact and mix well with wrestling. You can't show so much of people's real life in this situation where you know that 200 days out of the year they have to work. Whatever relationships they have on the job is going to be revealed in open company with the people already there. And now you're sharing this internationally and nationally. So people who pretty much can just walk up to you when you go and do some type of function, say, hey, you're a bitch. We see how you acted towards your boyfriend. That could be for Naomi or Cameron. Ariel. I hope you're getting what I say. I do not think this is a wise thing to do for the females of the wrestling business. It's too intimate. If it's a work, maybe mixed a little bit with a actual shoot, it's understandable. This is all shoot. This is all their real lives, and I believe it's an unwise thing to do. They're going to have a big conflict with the male wrestlers who are interacting with these women. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but you're going to eventually see some type of degrading of either the performance in the ring or eventually something behind the scenes. If you like that type of problems, okay, enjoy watching this. But for me personally, I won't be watching this anymore. And if I do, it'll be because maybe they'll show something on Raw that Trinity will get hurt because of her Uso boyfriend. And that's something I don't want. Personally, I hope Trinity and the guy works out. As much as I wish there was one like her in my life, I'm hoping it works. So I hope you enjoyed this mixed bag of wrestling. And I hope you subscribe and comment to Zane's View. And please give me a thumb up. I haven't gotten one in a while. I am still working on looking at Shine that has a Awesome Kong and a Angelina Love. I managed to get a hold of Shine 11. I'm going to do a little bit of reviewing of it and see if I can find a little information about the women before I do it. Just watching is one thing. But knowing who these women are, it's an entirely different situation. I'm going to see if I can try and catch something on any of these women. If not, I'll tell you my feelings about Angelina and Awesome Kong. So have a good night.